You may not know, but Tonga relief efforts actually are continuing as the island remains in recovery mode. The latest fundraiser is taking place tonight in the form of an online event called Project Ofa. Joining us now to have a talano about this is the man himself, MC of the night, John-Paul Foliaki, better known as JP. With that, I say malolele, welcome to the show this morning.
Malolele, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, look, JP, of course, you know, we understand that even though there's a war happening on the other side of the world, this is still happening in Tonga. They're still in recovery mode. And now that this concert is being created for it to sort of fundraise, well, continue the fundraising efforts, can you maybe just elaborate what the project really is about and how did it come about?
Yeah, so Project Ofa started off just by a post that was made by Lady Shaka on Instagram. She's a DJ from here, dancer, creative artist, who moved to London, and she's been there for about 6 years, but she comes back and forth for work, and she is Tongan herself, and she's of mixed Pacifica heritage, and she's got other ethnicities as well in her ancestry, but she's really passionate about giving back to her community just in general. So she made a post asking people who would be interested in trying to raise funds for Tonga and was asking creative artists on Instagram. That post received over like 10,000 shares and interactions on Instagram, and so many people were keen. So everyone put their name forward, and then she reached out to different people who had different skill sets with event management, lighting, and one thing led to another. And the next thing was supposed to be this massive event at Vodafone Event Center, and it was going to happen real quick. But then, of course, the nature of COVID, we went into red light, and then it turned into an online event. And she's been constantly having to change what it looks like. But the whole idea behind it, it's now an online event, but the whole idea behind it really is just about giving a lot of love to those in a time of need, especially obviously our people back in Tonga, and providing them with some fun so that we can help out where we can. And especially at a time like this, we just thought it's really important to show love. Of course, that's why it's called Project Ofa. And yeah.
And I love that. And absolutely, you think about things that are happening around the world, to come back that our people are still needing that sort of help. Why do you feel, though, it's important to continue to just keep raising money to support our people back in the homeland?
Yeah, well, Tonga's always going to need an extra hand, whether they, our families and stuff think it or not. I asked my family, my cousins, how they are, and they said that they're fine. And you know how they are. They always like, oh, Saipe Maro, lucky that they're just still alive and stuff like that. But in terms of, you know, what's the word? In terms of just picking things up from where they were beforehand and trying to make sure that they can clean the roads and the houses that people are in, and also especially clean water and providing food and things like that. You know, the crops and harvesting has been affected in a huge way because of the ash. And we know that that's a huge way that Tongans make a living, not only selling the crops, but of course, providing food for themselves and their families. So we're just trying to give to some organizations that work at ground level with them and just continue those donations just to keep them going, because they have been donated. They have been given a lot of funds, but you know, the nature of what it's like at the moment in Tonga, it costs a lot just to keep sustaining these projects that can help our people.
JP, even just with your own, how you talked about your own family there back in Tonga, I mean,
Yeah.
What was that like, though, knowing, you know, we didn't have that communication because the internet cable was cut off? I suppose the moment that you did start getting comms with them, how are they doing now?
Man, so they're all doing really well. We stay in Malfanga, so our family's from Malfanga on dad's side, and they're in a little bit more, but not. They're still reasonably close, I would say, to the waterfront, but they're doing okay. So they saw a lot of ash on their properties, like everyone else, and there was flooding as well in the in the streets outside, and in some of their homes as well. But thankfully, they are all good, and Tongans being Tongan, they're resilient, and they will always say that they're okay. But you know, they're just blessed and happy to be alive, and they'll continue about their lives as if nothing happened, and they'll just do what they can. But we just have to continue helping them where we can from the sin.
So true, it's that real MMT spirit, eh? Just really
Yeah,
go hard. Doesn't matter if we've been struck by lightning or
yeah,
anything.
I know. They're like, okay, yep, sweet. Let's just carry on playing on the front yard, even though it's a swimming pool.
I know. If you're tuning in, we're speaking with Project Ofa, the MC for the night, JP Foliaki. Even to that, to even be asked to be the MC of the night, how did your involvement even come about?
Yeah, so I saw the post. I'm friends with Lady Shaka, and I just messaged her and I was like, "Hey sis, I'm keen to help out. You just tell me where you want me.
Mm.
Of course, I'd love to be an artist, and we can do like different things that you want me to do. I can help out with MCing. I can help out with event management. I can
Mm.
perform as an artist. Like wherever you need me, just let me know."
Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah. So then she asked me to MC and to jump on as an artist. So because there's a lot of people that are singing and rapping on there, I thought that I would do something different. So I'm sharing a spoken word piece with some contemporary dancers,
Wow.
and just trying to speak to a bigger message that um, I think is important as well. In addition to the kaupapa that we have here about spreading love and raising some funds for our
Mm.
families.
Mm.
But yeah, so I just reached out to Shaka and she just let me know where she needed me. And I'm also emceeing alongside Irene Folau, who's an amazing singer and creative
Wow.
artist herself.
Look at you, JP. Considering the night and, of course, all the creative artists, can you maybe drop any names that will be performing tonight?
Yeah, of course, Viney's very own Swiss is going to be there. Noah Slee is tuning in from Germany.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Tongan said international. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. He's coming in from Germany.
Wow.
We've also got Switter performing, Jess B, and artists that aren't Tongan are showing up as well to show their love for Tonga. So there's Disciple Pati, Ruby Doo, also Holly Smith. Yeah, Holly Smith's
Wow.
performance, amazing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
That is a great crossover of artists that are going to be coming on.
Mm.
I would say then, how do people actually sort of, donate or participate in the project offer tonight? Because and at the end of the day, people have been like, well, how much of the proceeds are actually going to go to Tonga? Come on.
Yeah. Well, we're actually donating to. We'll be posting all the information up in regards to how much is going to be donated in the end. But so there are three organizations that we're donating to. So one of them is the Leiti Association. We've also got Pacifica Mutual Aid and Mori Tonga, and
Mm.
these are all associations that are on the ground in Tonga. Because we could have given to one of those more, I guess, renowned organizations,
Yeah.
but we just wanted to give the money where we can see people who are doing direct impact,
Yeah.
and taking the funds and distributing it immediately into things that can benefit the Tongan community.
Yeah.
But if you would like to make a donation and purchase a ticket and watch tonight's show, you just have to head to Boloto Underworld on Instagram or just search it up on Google. Project Ofa. It's on Event Finder. Go straight to
Oh,
the Event Finder website if you wish, and you can purchase yourself a ticket. There's different prices. So there's depending on like your income wage or what you might want to purchase for your friends and family. There's $20 tickets, $30, $50. It just depends on how much, of
wow.
course, you want to donate or how much you can afford. It's all about just sharing in the space, and we want to make it as accessible for everyone. So yeah, head to the Instagram page and you'll see a link there. Otherwise, just jam it on Event Finder.
Nice. And then just details as to what time again tonight is it going to happen?
Yep. So it's on 7:30 tonight. It's the type of event that like because I think it's 2.5 hours to 3 hours.
Mm.
Um, but it's like the type of event you can just chuck on, and you can just jam with who you want to like jam with and just share in the space. It's not something that you need to sit there and watch for the whole 2.5 hours, three
Mm.
hours, because people are like, it's Friday night, we're busy. And I'm like, it's just about showing love and you just jam who you want to like support. And it's all good. It's just about being there and sharing the space. And it's at 6:30 p.m., not 7:30 p.m.
Okay, no, that's cool. Thank you for that, JP. Is there any sort of maybe key message that you'd just love to let our listeners know via online and even listening via the radio, just to encourage us to be in support again still for Project Offer?
Yeah, I think it's just if you support Pacific projects, then this is one that you definitely should come and enjoy the space. It's about resilience, it's about hope, it's about giving back to our community. It's about also acknowledging a bigger conversation around climate change and what it looks like in the Pacific at the moment.
Mm.
Natural disasters are fobbing out. Natural disasters are occurring a lot more often
Mm.
than they used to, and that's a massive result of climate change. And if you think about the people from Atata Island, and they're having to relocate to the mainland. You know, a lot of the socioeconomic issues that we face as Māori and Pasifika come from being displaced from our homelands, and the loss of tradition, the loss of language, and the loss of culture. And when you start thinking about those things, yeah, it's sad, but it's a reality. And that's where we are today. And that's also what we're trying to do, is just to raise awareness for that conversation. And hopefully we can have it sometime soon, because it's happening in our backyards. And it's all very well to be proud of where you're from, but it's going to be another story when you can't return to where you're from if we continue down the path that we're on. But yeah, just get a ticket, enjoy the concert, and we'll start that conversation from a place of love and with what our people are familiar with. You know, lots of laughs, good music, and good vibes.
Oh, look, with you being the MC, JP, I know we're definitely going to guarantee some laughs and you're going to entertain us. But look, I just want to say, you know, Maro pita ngawe ofa. You know, always love the saying from Ula Korinto that, you know, koe ofa, koe ke toi lauha mea, right? You just get in there and do what we need to do. And so I appreciate the fact that this is called Project Ofa and you are heading that space with all the artists tonight. And we look forward to that. We will have those links up on our Facebook page with this one. So thank you again, JP. All the best for tonight.
Malo a pito a fatu. Thank you so much for having me.
No.